Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jacinth Rose. Today I have a special story, my journey from Africa to the United States and the surprising misconception that Africans and Americans have about each other. Let's start with the misconceptions that Americans have about Africans. One, I realized that most Americans think everyone in Africa is poor. They think people in Africa are starving, they have nowhere to sleep and all that kind of stuff. And I don't blame them because that's the most content that Africa puts out for the rest of the world to see. Starving children, orphans, homeless people. No wonder that's what those people think we are. But that's not the only story of Africa. There is the story of wealth too. Just like there are poor, middle class, and wealthy people in the United States, we also have poor people, we have the middle class, and we have people who are super wealthy, people who are living very luxurious lives. We have those people in Africa. We have those people in Uganda. So poverty is not the only story of Africa. And it's not my story. And it's not the story of some Africans. Though we cannot deny that there are poor people in Africa. But the real thing here is that it is not the story for every African. Then some people asked me whether Africans live in trees. Now that's very funny. I've never thought of human beings living in trees. There is a storybook that I read when I was younger, I think like 8 years old. This story of Rapunzel, the girl that had long hair, and she used to live in a tree house. I don't remember the story really well, but that's the story. If you know it, you know it. I'd never heard of tree houses anywhere. Anyway, I think it would be interesting building a house, a home in a tree. I grew up in a village in western Uganda. I did not see anyone living in a tree. That had never occurred to me actually. So it was quite funny to hear that. No, we do not live in trees. We have houses. We have homes, nice homes that people live in here in Africa. But we don't live in trees. Another misconception was Africans are not educated. We are educated. I'll tell you based on my story. I come from a big family. My mom had 6 children with my dad, and we are all educated. We all have university degrees, and we all got those degrees from here, right here in Africa, in Uganda. We have universities, we have schools, and when a parent educates their children here in Africa, here in Uganda, you are very much respected. So every parent works so hard to make sure that their children are in school and actually get at least a university degree, just like my dad did. I have a tech degree from Uganda, from a university here in Uganda called Muni University. We are very much educated. There is this one. Some young lady asked me whether we live with the lions and giraffes. Like you're walking along the streets of Kampala and there are giraffes running around the city, or lions in the marketplaces. That would be fun, I think. Crossing the streets and then you see a lion also headed towards you and you scream and you run for your life. I think if we had that, the continent of Africa would be empty, would be long eaten by lions. No, you don't see lions on the streets of Kampala. You don't see giraffes in the marketplace. They live in the national parks. There is a reason as to why God created humans and animals, these animals that live on land, and put them in that same habitat land. He knew that we would be able to coexist. And nature knows how to discipline itself. It's very rare to find a lion anywhere. I myself, I'd never seen a lion until 2 years ago when I went to Murchison Falls National Park. That's when I saw lions. I also saw lions and giraffes at the zoo in Entebbe here in Uganda. That's when I got to see lions. That's when I got to see some of those wild animals. You can never see them unless you visit the national park, the park. And by the way, you pay. You pay to go see these animals. You don't see them anywhere. That's it for now about the misconceptions that Americans have about Africans. If I get to remember another one, I'll come back and share it. Now let's talk about the misconceptions that I had about United States, about America before I actually traveled there. I thought all Americans are rich. That's what I thought because that's what I used to see on TV, in the movies. I thought all Americans lived like the movies I used to watch. But when I got there, I realized that there is no place that is 100% perfect. Every country has their own problems, including those that we call the dream country. I came to realize that the media is so powerful. The media has shaped how we view the world, how we view each other. What we post on social media, what we broadcast on the television is what the rest of the world is going to think we are. What you post on social media is what people have never actually seen you think you are. Even if you know that thing, they will think you are it once they see it on social media. The reason as to why most Americans think Africans are poor is because what Africans sell to those countries is poverty. What most Africans post is poor people, starving children, homeless people. And what do you expect those people to think when you're posting that? They will think you are poor. They put all Africans in that umbrella. They create a story of all Africans based on that one story that they are shown on social media. Let's not just look at that one story that the media gives us. There is no one single story for the continent of Africa, for the continent of America. There is no one single story for anyone in this world. There are many stories of the continent of Africa. It's not just the story of poverty. There is also the story of wealth. That story is there too. For Africans, let's try to portray a good picture to the rest of the world by not forgetting, however much we are portraying that good picture, there is also the other negative side, and it is okay because no one is perfect in this world. Even as human beings, we have the good side and the bad side. The key is to focus on the good side and show that to the rest of the world. Instead of portraying the bad side, find a way to make it better. Let's use the media to elevate who we are other than diminish who we are. The media is full of so many lies. The best thing is to find out yourself. If you can't travel, please do so and get your story. Get to see these countries for yourself other than being told. Now, I would like to hear from you. Is there a moment in your life where you had these misconceptions and then you travel to that country and you realize that what you thought is not the truth? Please share with us in the comment section. I can't wait to read those comments. As I end my conversation today, I really would like to appreciate these people, the people that made my trip to the United States possible, people that sponsored this trip. I would like to give a shout out to them, the founders of BTG, Bridging the Gap International. Now this is a group or an organization that works to bridge the gap between Black Americans and Africans. I happen to be the ambassador, and I'm so grateful for that opportunity that I was able to travel with them to the United States and have this wonderful experience. I also would like to thank Reckless Travelers, a travel company that literally sponsored my journey in the Miss Tourism Uganda contest. It's on that stage that I got the ambassadorship opportunity. So it all started with Reckless Travelers believing in me and pushing me along that journey. And then my family. I love you so much for everything you do for me, for always supporting me. Miss Tourism Uganda, thank you for the space that you gave me and that space that you continue to give to so many young girls to get opportunities like this, opportunities to travel and see the world and get a bigger picture of the world. Like just the one that I got, it was all through your contest. I cannot live without saying thank you to you. I also thank the HBCU, the historically black colleges and universities in the United States, particularly those in Virginia and Maryland, that also worked hand in hand with bridging the gap to make this arrangement possible. Thank you so much. I love you and appreciate you. And I would like to say hello to the people that I got to interact with in the United States. It was a good pleasure. I mean, it was good to interact with you. Thank you, members of Hope Chapel Deliverance Center in Virginia, Pittsburgh, the Baptist Church of Freeman, also in Pittsburgh. Thank you, Virginia Union University. Thank you, the Ugandan Embassy in Washington, D.C. Thank you, everyone. I cannot thank everyone because so many people are involved. This mission is on and continues to move. I hope to see you again next time. I love you guys. Those that are watching this video, thank you so much. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it to, I don't know, to anyone you think would benefit from it. Now, bye-bye.